every Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock for Ask the Pastor. Yeah, that's where we take your question, your letter, and give you life-changing answers.
Amen.
Ask the Pastor every Wednesday morning at 9
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Good morning, family. Good morning, Pastor Henry.
It's Happy Wednesday.
It is Happy Wednesday. It's Happy Wednesday. You already pray up a happy morning?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Praise the Lord.
Thank God for His grace and His mercy and His love and His favor.
Is it you saw? Oh, let me. There you go. All right. Couldn't hardly hear you there for a second. All right.
Wow. That's surprising.
Because in the morning, my ears and my eyes work better. Oh, you know that.
Yeah. Oh.
I can get along in the morning without my glasses.
Oh.
Until I need to find something, really, though. Mm. I wake up, my eyes are good. I can see. Says my ears. My ears are usually good for a while until I start pumping music in them.
Yes.
And then, so anyways.
So we have Rob and Stacy on.
Rob and Stacy's on.
Good morning, guys.
I used to think they were one and the same.
Hey.
Rob doing his own thing now.
Yes.
All right. That's what's good. That's what's good.
God is good, Rob. God is good.
God is a good God, man, all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, so here we are. It's, can you believe it? It's already the 15th of March.
Yes. 16 more days to go.
March is finished.
Mm-hmm.
Before you look around, it's Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And it means that I'm getting older faster. And who knows? That's why you gotta make hay while the sun shines. You gotta hurry.
Oh, Rob is already on. Yes, Stacy, Rob is already on.
There you go.
Rob is waiting. Rob, as a matter of fact, Rob was on before you.
There you go.
So.
There you go. All right, so 89.1.
Good morning to you, 89, and
NewSeasonFM.com.
Good morning to you. Welcome.
And of course, everybody who's coming on social media, Sally Sad. Marsha's here.
Yes, Marsha.
And if Marsha's here, maybe my baby is probably here. Mm-hmm. She's probably, looking out, watching her television, go like, "Hey, Uncle Steve."
Good morning, Sister Marsha. Good to see you.
My youngest fan.
Say good morning to Damien.
There you go.
Sister Elena, good morning.
Yeah, Helena is here.
Yes. Sister Sally.
Good. So the family's here.
Yes.
So what's new? Anything new and exciting?
Nothing new.
Nothing.
Everything
I didn't miss anything in the last 3, 4, 5 days.
Everything is copacetic.
Everything is copacetic.
Yep.
Is that a real word or that's a Jamaican word?
Copacetic. Yes.
Copacetic is a good word. Good. I didn't know that one. I hear them say it all the time. I never really check it. 'Cause we Jamaicans say all kind of things. It's like, what is that? We just kind of like.
Believe it or not, you look into Webster and you will say.
I'll find copacetic. All right, it's copacetic. Everything is copacetic.
Mm-hmm.
and I need my juice to get me up here this morning. How you like this time change? It's troubling you?
Not troubling me at all.
Not troubling at all. You have no problem waking up in the morning.
I don't have problem waking up in the morning.
There's 1 hour, but do you have a problem getting out? Because you can wake up and still can't get out.
Still can't get out. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem getting out either.
I don't have a problem to get out. I get out. You know, sometimes the thing is, because we have so much, you know, to do, and you're trying to do everything at the same time. So that's the problem that hinder you from getting out, because you have to be fixing this and, you know, doing multitasking, all that stuff, you know, million and one thing at the same time. So that's what hinder you from getting out.
Yeah.
Some people just can't get out because they don't want to get up. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's a problem for those people who don't want to get up.
Yes.
But you're right though. America is like that though. Everything is there's 100 things coming at you at the same time.
At
like,
the same time.
you know, if you go on you go on the computer to go on to go check something, and then you know, half an hour, 40 minutes later, you may not even get to it because they're gonna feed you something,
Yes.
make you want to click on it and get distracted. I mean, they know how to waste your time.
Yeah. So that's why you have to stay focused.
Yeah.
You have to do
Yeah.
whatever you say you're going to do when you go on the computer. You have to make sure that this is what I'm going to do, because
Yeah.
everything is going to pop up in front of you.
I
That's
know.
why they have pop up to distract you.
Pop-ups. and we got those
so
headlines.
the pop-ups is to distract you, and you have to stand firm, and you have to say, this is what I go on this computer to do, and I have to get it done before I even go and look at any pop-up or any news, because the news will always be there.
There you go. In 100 places,
Yes,
100 versions of the same thing.
the same thing. The same thing.
All right, so
And
so-
you will get the news throughout the day. I mean,
yeah.
the same thing over and over and over, you know, so hey.
Yeah, I really find that to be a thing. You know, just there's a constant. That's why sometimes I don't have my phone. It's mostly on silent.
Right.
My phone is mostly on silent. And somebody said on silent. And somebody said, "Why Patsy on your phone?" And says, "I will get to it because I find that you try to get some things done. You try to have a conversation. You try to, you know, and just the phone just keep going. I mean, nobody respect, you know, they just call whenever.
Right.
And so you're in the middle of something else, you're in the middle of a conversation, you're in the middle of prayer, you're in the middle of anything, and the phone is gone. So I keep mine on silence. So when I respond is when I look at it.
Right.
Right? So that way I kind of take back some of my time. And since my phone used to be going all the time, I think most people are getting it now. Text me or something, I'll get back to you in short order. I mean, I at least check it a few times a day.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you gotta put it away.
yeah, you really have to put it away because it really will get you.
Yeah.
And then you have the Instagram one on the other platforms. I mean, I don't really go on them. You know.
I take a sabbatical from Instagram. I don't want to see nothing on Instagram. Good morning, Brother Enoch.
Instagram is I never get past Facebook. You know.
Good
We have an
morn-
Instagram
yeah.
page, but I'd never go on to it.
Good morning, Stephanie, and good morning, Bella.
Yeah.
Listen, Instagram is a distraction. TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah. Fast and furious. Yeah. It seems like the
They,
people
they
who are
have some good things that comes, you know, sometimes they put, you know, good posts out there on, you know, TikTok and stuff like that, but not for me.
no ticking, no tacking.
Yeah.
Bella is here.
Yes.
So funny. I was thinking about you, Bella.
Bella.
Yeah. Dropping in, say hello.
Stephanie.
Brother Enoch is
27 degree?
where? Where in
Wow.
where
Tennessee.
where
Tennessee.
I almost said where in hell was that?
Why?
But then hell is hot. See, I don't like those kind of places to live.
Thanks for dropping in, Brother Enoch.
We appreciate you,
Always
mate.
a pleasure.
I know.
Yeah.
Got to discuss coming down south with Brother Enoch. By the way, getting ready to go to that Kenya trip. Before that, I'm going to be in Jamaica. This weekend, I'm going to be in Cooper City. And then I'm going to be in Jamaica Easter. For those of you who are in Jamaica, if you have family in Jamaica, anywhere, St. Mary, Trelawney, St. Anne, I'm going to be in Ocho Rios. Okay, on the Good Friday is the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Is the 7th. Okay.
Plant City is 51.
Yeah.
I
You know, it
I
was
didn't-
kind of
I
cool.
didn't
It was
feel
pleasant.
it this morning.
Yeah, it was kind
I
of pleasant.
really didn't. I really didn't
It
feel
felt
it this morning.
comfortable outside.
I walk inside here and I was hot.
Yeah, well, because all the equipment is running, and
It was hot.
Says-
I tell you. So
since as the giving is not as great as it should be, I've turned off the AC.
good. So
Sorry.
we suffer. Thank
Sorry.
you. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much.
Turn off the AC in the studio. That's not good for the equipment either, though. But yeah. So and then Kenya. I mean, I'm gonna be at an orphanage down in Kenya, and we're gonna be doing some ministry work. Kenya is really a mission trip. Really, it is. There's some mission work there in Kenya, in Kisii town. Well, I'm going to be in the village though.
Right.
I'm going to be in the village, so I'm going to show you village life. Y'all gotta make sure if you haven't followed what is it again? Stephen Reeves Worship on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe because I'm gonna take you on this trip with me, and I'm gonna vlog it.
Okay.
So you can know, and be praying for me and for everybody else. Yes, you would love to go to Kenya. Yes, it sounds a lot more fascinating. It's not America, I can tell you that. and I'm not looking for. You know what? I gotta say, I'm not looking forward to the 2 days travel. It's take 2 days to get to Kenya.
Right.
Any way you take it. 2 days. One flight leg is over 14 hours in the sky.
It's not bad.
By whose standard?
Sleep and wake. Watch movie.
Yeah.
Read your Bible over and over and over.
For 14 hours in
Yeah.
one little.
Over.
One little
and
seat?
Over. Fast and pray.
Uh-huh.
Read your Bible.
Please.
And pray.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Fast
We're gonna
and
do all of
pray.
that.
And fast and pray.
Gonna do all of that. No, I'm not
Sleep
gonna
and
fast.
get up.
I'm not gonna fast. I want to eat the food. That's gonna be part of what I'm gonna do on that plane. I'm gonna eat that
Hopefully
food.
they have it good enough food. At least with you, food is food.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it is Happy Wednesday,
No problem.
guys.
I'll show you what I eat.
Yeah.
All right.
It is.
Yeah. So we should get some music.
Yes.
What you want to play? You've been
Happy,
selecting music.
Happy.
What do you want to play?
I'll play that one.
This one right here.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
All right.
fine. That's fine.
Here we go.
Oh, my, well. My God keeps loving me, though I cause him so much pain. Yeah. I've done my share of wrong, time and time again. Ooh, he keeps loving me, and I can't deny. Oh no. Since he's been in my life, everything's been going right, and I'll gladly tell the world that he's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy for no one. He's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy. Oh, he's so divine, and everything he does makes me feel so good inside. And I'm not afraid to say, oh, he's always there for me. He makes no mistakes, and I say this with no apology. I'm gonna sing by my Father. My God keeps loving me, yeah. Through all my trials and pains, yes. A winter, summer, or rain, oh yeah. His love remains the same. Oh, he keeps loving me, yeah. no. I guess it's a love that will never die. Hey, that's why I only cry. Oh, hey, he's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy for no one. He's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy. Oh, he's so divine, and everything he does makes me feel so good inside. Oh, 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 he's always there for me. He makes no mistakes, and I'll say this with no apology. Hey, 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 my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy for he's no my daddy. He's my one and only, yes, and I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy. He's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. No, no, no. I ain't gonna leave my daddy for no one. He's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere. No, I ain't gonna leave my daddy. No, no. He's my one and only, and I ain't going nowhere.
I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my daddy. He is my one and only. What's a great spin on that song?
Good morning, Sister Diane.
Diane is here all the way from JA. I wonder if she got her husband on it. Maybe we get Hayes in Cayman.
Oh,
Yeah. So I hope that she got. I hope she got.
I
him.
wonder where in Cayman her husband live. My sister live in Cayman.
Yeah, it's only. I mean, Cayman is only like. Okay. I mean, you can walk it out. How long it takes to walk around Cayman?
I don't know. Maybe 2 hours.
2 hours.
No, that's not. It's more than that.
It's
more than that.
it's more than 2 hours to walk
Yes,
around Cayman.
because you can drive certain places and it takes you like half an hour. So it has to be more than 2 hours.
Half an hour.
Oh, so the thing is, if you drive and it takes half an hour, so for you to walk, it's
You can
like,
drive
it's
around
like
Cayman in half an hour.
It's like 4 hours for you to drive.
No, you can walk around Cayman in half an hour.
If it takes
You can
you
drive
half
around
an hour
Cayman,
to
yeah.
drive, if it takes you half an hour to drive, then for you to walk, it's 4 hours.
That's because the
or
road is
more.
bad. That's
No.
just because the road is bad. That's just because the road is bad, and you go in interior.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
but if you drive around the coastline, half an hour drive. That's it. Half an hour.
Jesus be a man all around me every day. Lord, I want you to protect me as I travel along God's way. Lord, I know you can. Yes, Lord. I know you will. Yes, Lord. Fight my battle. Yes, Lord. Only be still. Yes, Lord. Be a man all around me every day. Jesus be a man all around me every day. Lord, I want you to protect me as I travel along God's way. Lord, I know you can. Yes, Lord. I know you will. Yes, Lord. Fight my battle. Yes, Lord. Only be still. Yes, Lord. Be a friend all around me every day. If you want pardon, if you want peace, if you want pardon, how of kings, nobody but my Lord. Yes, he made the world, he made the sea and land, fastened them together with his mighty hand. Under his control, under his command, nobody but my Lord. Tell me who made the angels sing? Tell me who make the joy bells ring? Tell me who is the King of Kings? Nobody but my Lord. Yes, he made the world, he made the sea and land, fastened them together with his mighty hand. Under his control, under his command, nobody but my Lord. Tell me who made the angels sing? Tell me who make the joy bells ring? Tell me who is the King of Kings? Nobody but my Lord. Cover me, Lord, cover me. Take your love and cover me. For the enemy all around trying to block my destiny. Cover me, Lord, cover me. Take your blood and cover me. Send your angels all around. Cover me. Cover me, Lord, cover me. Take your blood and cover me. For the enemies all around trying to block my destiny. Cover me, Lord, cover me. Take your blood and cover me. Send your angels all around. Cover me. Say, my father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll step on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. You know I can't wait just to step on gold. Yes, I can't wait. I'll be stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. Say, and every step I take,
I'll be stepping on gold. See, Sister Diane said her husband is in Cayman Brack. That is not even Cayman. Cayman Brack is not even Cayman, huh?
She want you to pull up the song,
Who are the bullets?
Sister Diane.
Sister Diane. Cayman
Good
Brack
morning,
is not
Sister
even
Anne
Cayman.
Marie.
Do you
why,
know that?
Why it's not even Cayman?
Do you know that Cayman Brack is as far as Cuba is from the United States, from Grand Cayman?
So what does that say?
I don't know. They didn't know where to put it, so they just give it to Cayman. It is, it's 90 miles away. Cayman is as far as Cuba is from Jamaica. Did you know that?
Key
Cayman
West.
Brack.
Key West, Marathon Key.
Key West. Okay, watch this. Key West to Cuba. That's how far Cayman is. Cayman Brack is from Grand Cayman.
Okay.
Jamaica to Cuba. That's how far Cayman is. from Grand Cayman.
So,
Far.
okay. So what you're trying to say? They said it's Cayman.
It's not Cayman.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's still Cayman. It doesn't matter how you change it. It's still Cayman Island.
No, that's a small island. Do you know Cayman Brac is only 1 mile wide?
Yeah, but there's a lot of which other island is just 1 mile wide?
There's a
I mean,
Not-
most of them.
not many that people live on.
Most of them, yes.
It's a 1 mile wide. That's like a key. That's
You
like
know, so
that's like a key, man.
yeah.
Okay, so 1 mile wide. It's 12 mile long,
Mm-hmm.
and most of it is a bluff. So there you go. It's worth a day visit, y'all,
Yes.
if you have a
So-
private yacht.
Well, Sister Diane husband have a private yacht, so he's there.
There you go.
There you go. Thanks, Sister
So Diane, you want to hear that song again?
Yes.
My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. It's my husband.
So we gotta be stepping.
It's my husband is a millionaire. Stepping on gold. Good morning, Sister Andreen. How you doing?
We show our bloodline today and we say, Father, Father, Father Jesus. Jesus be a man all around me every day. Lord, I want you to protect me as I travel along I stay. Lord, I know you can. Yes, Lord. I know you will. Yes, Lord. Fight my battle. Yes, Lord. Only be still. Yes, Lord. Be a man cover me. Take your blood and cover me. All the enemies all around trying to block my destiny. Cover me, Lord, cover me. Take your blood and cover me. Send your angels all around, cover me. Say, my father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll step on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. And every step I take, I'll be stepping on gold. You know I can't wait just to step on gold. Yes, I can't wait. I'll be stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. My father is a millionaire. I'm stepping on gold. Say, and every step I take.
I'll be stepping and go. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a day. What a
wow.
day. We are start
Every
step on
step I
gold.
take.
Go on, my friend.
Wow.
Step on gold. Because my father is a millionaire. No. He's a billionaire, trillionaire,
He owns everything. So
what's after that?
We can't put no limit on him.
I know, right? He owns the hills and the cattle on the hills. And go beyond that. Not just the earth, but the entire universe.
Yes. He owns all things.
I know.
By him, all things were made.
Yeah.
And nothing was formed without him.
Without him. That's right.
Ah,
Boss. He the boss.
in control of
He the
everything.
boss. He the boss. All right. So,
So for you ladies that goes to work and the boss say he's the boss, just be careful.
yes.
just be careful. Just ask them, you sure you're the boss?
Yes. You know I'm the boss when the end of the week come. And you want to know who? You know the only time people respect the boss is weekend,
Hey,
right?
let's see what my paycheck look like.
You know what?
You know.
I mean, they would cuss out the boss. They would do all kind of stuff all week long. Can't stand him. Can't this. But when weekend come,
Oh, nice as ever.
you respect the boss.
Nice. Talk about two-face.
You have to respect the boss. You know who's the boss?
Talk about two-face.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
I tell
right.
you.
And if you're a lady, you stay at home and your husband all week long the man and a boss. See Friday,
Paycheck.
man a boss.
Nice.
What you want to eat, baby?
Food already cooked. You
Yes.
don't even ask what
Where
he
we
wants
go-
to eat. You cook his favorite meal only on Fridays. Stew, peas, and rice.
Exactly.
Ah,
But I
how
like
you
sis-
make
I like
accent.
Sister Marcia's post. She said money have to make and pay.
hey.
Trust me. Don't forget the first part, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the first. Because some people go up on people's job, you know, and they don't think money for make. So they go up on the job.
They're going to get paid.
They go on the job
To get paid.
to get paid. but they don't go on the job to make money. Right? So it's a difference.
Why?
So I appreciate you, Samasia. For those of us
Thanks
who are
for
boss
the
people,
reminder.
we want to remind
Yes.
employees that money to make.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't get no money, why pay heavy?
Eh,
Boss hand heavy, stretching towards your pure stress.
eh.
You understand? About fire and get somebody else who can understand money for make. You know, and so people like to just skylark on people work. Don't skylark on the people them job. Go make money for the boss so that you can get your pay. Right? Because if you now make no money, there's only so long the boss can pay you. That's all. The way you're quiet, you're one of them people who are using phone for the job.
No, I don't.
You're
work,
one of those people who use the phone on the job non-stop.
No, I don't work for.
Don't
someone.
work.
I don't work for people.
I'm not talking about listening to
I'm-
New Season Gospel FM,
I'm-
because you need that to make your day productive.
Yes, so what's the difference? It's still the phone you're using.
It's
You
this to
be
motivate your
careful.
day.
Just be careful.
The
guys.
boss should be paying me to brighten up your day, okay? Make you a more productive employee.
Yeah.
Right. A happy employee is a productive employee. You know, sir?
Yeah.
Good.
Maybe I should go look for a boss.
You'll feel a boss. Get a boss. Remember,
Let's
boss.
see.
Boss come with more than just the pay. You understand? Yes. Some boss stressful.
I don't worry about stress.
Yes. Some boss
When I'm under
antagonizing.
stress, I work better.
Sister Alice, I'm sitting right next to mine. Exactly. That's what happened. Marry your boss.
Eh,
You get a lot of privilege.
there you go.
Lot of break.
There you go, girl.
You catch a lot of break. You want the extra break?
Eh.
Take it, darling.
Eh.
Especially if you're going to spend it with me.
Oh,
My son uses his phone on the job. The fine. What was that? Okay, somebody said my
the
son.
fine is between 10,000 to
10,000 to
15,000.
15,000
Okay.
if you're caught using your phone on a job. I
That's
assume
good.
this is Jamaican currency. Okay.
That's good.
That's good. That should be fine.
That's not the Jamaican currency.
15,000?
Yeah.
You can 15,000 US dollars no. Not for using your phone. You can mine. You need Jesus.
So you have to keep that in mind for those who don't have a boss that is a Christian. Okay.
There you go.
Be careful of the decision that you make if he's not saved. Okay.
Yeah, you better keep it in your pocket. You understand? Yeah, you can listen in your pocket, you know.
Of course.
I keep my phone in my pocket,
I
especially
mean,
if I
you
go
don't-
walking when prayers
don't,
on.
you don't need to have the phone, by the way. You can leave the phone at your desk and do anything. You just have that earplug.
There you go. Oh, there
They
it
don't
goes.
know.
There it is. Okay. All right. So you have a ways you can get it on and off.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Hey, Travis, what's up, man?
Good morning, Travis.
So there it is.
Yeah.
So don't go to the people job and waste, because the master said money must make
Don't waste time.
for money pay.
Yes.
You understand?
You on the job with a goal.
You're on
okay?
the job for a reason. The reason why the man hire you because he need help to make
You
the
have
money.
a goal
Right.
that
So
you
please
need to fulfill.
be a good Christian and make the boss some money.
I agree.
Yes. You can't be a good Christian and not be a good employee. How would that work? Bible says you're supposed to be a good employee. I just mess up. Some people just go like, "Oh, Pastor, I think I backslide." Some people.
Stacy said, "I am a skylarker." What you mean?
Skylark. I mean, she don't work. She like to play around.
Stacey!
She play around on the job. Stacy,
You see, that's why. You see why she.
if
need
you're gonna
Rob?
play on the job, just tell the boss.
That is why she need Rob.
Okay.
She have Rob.
So everybody, if everybody should keep a note of how you spend your day.
Yes.
And when you're finished with your day, you take your pay sheet to the boss.
Was it productive?
And you say, "Boss, I need you to distract half an hour here, 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and pay me for the rest."
Hey, yeah, right. There's no paycheck coming on.
That's not good.
First of all, if you are on New Season from 8 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
what time is it now? Okay.
But you're just listening. That's different. You're not listening. You're just listening. It's okay.
But you are being distracted. So
No, you're not.
Yes.
No, you're not. Right now, we're encouraging somebody to be a better employee. That's not distraction. That's
yes,
motivation.
that's a distraction.
No, that's motivation.
Because they have to be listening you than doing the work.
No, it's called motivation.
Yeah.
You understand?
So after they finish with you and they take out
They work
how
10
long they were on with you,
10
then
times
they can go on and then they be productive with their day after 10 o'clock.
They're
and-
gonna make up for it.
Yes, so 2 hours.
They're gonna make up. They're gonna put in extra time. Somebody gonna stay on
so
lunch.
subtract 2 hours from your work. You know, this is not good for new season now.
This is good for the employee.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is motivational. Multitasking. There it is. Laura's there it is.
Laura.
No,
when
if you're not a multitasker, forget it.
Okay. So let me say, I'm just going
That's
by
why
what
you see
said.
most of the ladies are listening,
I'm
because
going
men
by
only
what
have
you
one
said.
track.
I'm going by what you said. When you bring the paper to the boss,
Yeah.
and you tell the boss to take off 15 minutes from here, 30 minutes
Not
from
if
here.
you're not if
2
you're a
hours
multi.
no, but that's what you said.
But
Everything
but
that
if you
I've
can
been distracted
multitask,
from. But you doing your work.
but you're listening, but you're working.
And check the times that you spend working other than what you are working on.
No,
from
but
the workplace.
But you're not working on listening to the radio.
Yes,
you're just
you are.
listening to the radio. No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
You are not working.
I don't know about you, but when I check out my kids and they are doing their work, their schoolwork, and they are listening to their music, they're listening to the music, they're doing their schoolwork, and they're eating at the same time.
And the schoolwork is done.
And they're doing the schoolwork.
And the schoolwork is done.
And they're playing game and they're doing all this stuff. So tell me, how much time does they spend working?
They get the job done. Listen, no, here's the thing now. You got to keep in mind, you can't call schoolwork because nobody's paying you for schoolwork. That's different. You're on your own time. The goal
No,
with schoolwork
but schoolwork is to prepare them for work.
No,
for the
schoolwork is to
actual
get
work.
No, schoolwork is to get the schoolwork done. So tomorrow you go to
Sister
class. The work is
Jazz,
done.
ride and whistle. He said,
There it
take
is.
the paper to the boss
Ride
and tell the boss
and
to
whistle.
write off everything. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, if you don't work, I don't say if you're listening, because for me, I know I have to have music or something going on. It helped me through the day. Mm-hmm. Keep my sanity.
Of course, I'm pretty sure there's a radio in the workplace.
No, some workplaces don't have a thing in there.
Yeah, some workplaces have a radio.
But you don't want.
know.
But you may not want to listen to Hot 100, whatever that is. And you may not want to listen to 99, whatever that is. I'm just saying, if you're a Christian, you don't want that in your system.
I understand that.
So
but,
so you put on your own thing.
yeah,
and listen to
you
it.
can
Yes.
put on your own thing and
There you
listen
go.
to it. But I'm just what I'm saying.
Music
is
increase
work-
productivity. That's a fact.
Yes.
Somebody said, I need this juice in the morning.
Juice or the juicy.
Only in America. Okay. They give smoke breaks.
Sister Jazz, only in America they ride and whistle, okay?
They give you smoke
I tell
breaks
ya.
in America because they said, oh, the smokers need a smoke in order to function.
Yes. Of course.
So they go smoke. I wonder if it's weed or a cigarette. Once I get to work, I can only listen.
No distraction for me.
No interaction. No interaction.
No
Okay.
interaction. Okay. So
But I know you there, sister.
yes. And she's listening.
Yes, because the boss gets you.
Trouble.
Just sit there happily. Why are you so happy? You're smiling and you're enjoying and rocking in your head. You might think you're stupid, but you know something wrong with you. But at least it's good to have a happy employee.
Multitasking. My daughter. See what she said?
She study with everything around her,
Yes.
and that child still come up with a 4.2 GPA. There you go.
Yeah.
Some people just create an environment.
That's fine.
Yeah. It actually helped them to focus. That's it. There you go. So, no, we're not messing with anybody.
Okay, he's not messing with you.
No.
He's just messing with your head.
I'm just trying to tell you that if you go to work, be productive. That's important.
Well, you have to give an account for what you do.
There you go.
You know, so
There you go.
guys,
Bella Bell,
here we go.
give it a call.
We are living in a serious time. But on dangerous time.
Don't let the devil blow your mind.
Do you hear I
The
black
time
people?
is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous.
Dangerous.
It's only in the Father, you know I put my trust.
Come in, not trust.
The time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous.
What really are going out to bed?
All over the world, everyone is in a heated rush.
In a eating rush, is it on? But you have to take it with tender touch. Each and every ghetto you want get big up. If you want get big up and if you want to live up, read your Bible and think about God enough. Think about God and then you get God up. If it's a man, me no say that in no crop. Chat on the rhythm and born as a prophet. Tell the world say that me a hot
Time is
stuff.
so serious, cantankerous and
The
dangerous.
same thing again, man. Make them no look, man.
It's only in the Father, you know I put my trust.
God alone, man.
The time is
Salvation
so
lasts forever.
serious, cantankerous and dangerous. All over the world, everyone is in a heated rush.
Me look, man, and me see what me see. Revelation or reveal, I need to open to the people then. Let me tell you, me say nations and nations, father against son, mother against daughter again. Oh no, let me tell you, revelation or reveal, I no no look, I no no listen, me friend. Let me tell you, turn your eyes unto Jah, and not suffer your life now go ahead. Let me
Time
tell
is so
you,
serious, cantankerous and dangerous. It's only in the Father, you know I put my trust.
Narcissist in the seat of
The
the
time is
downfall.
so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. All over the world, everyone is in a heated rush.
In a eating rush, better day. No matter where the world was say, better day the soap and pray for a better day, better day. But tell them say we dance to reggae, better day. Tell them have to go up and pray, better day. If you cannot preach and not come your way, if it's Shabba under a militant play, I can read and write so me can pray. Read up me Bible each and every day. Almighty just stand up and up before
It's not everything good for eat, good for talk.
Me never want to
I
tell them,
don't
man.
trust no shadow of
But a
a
full
doubt.
time now.
They will walk and talk, eat and drink with you, pretend as if they are with you, but I won't let no one harm me.
Me know all of that,
And I
man.
won't try to harm anyone.
The Bible
But
tell
when
me
you
one thing
think
already.
it's peace and safety, it's a sudden destruction.
I'm just failure, man. You trust no one, yeah, Papa. Me look why me show them one thing, you know. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And all the iniquity work of them, the backbiter them, the warrior man them, the pastor them, we are leading the children of Jah astray. Me I tell you no, watch out. Mind me ball, brimstone and fire. Mind me ball, lightning and thunder. Cause I do the Bible I reveal right now upon the seed and them. Let me tell you the Bible I reveal for all the false worship for them. Let
I tell ya, time is so serious.
all the man them will look back.
Cantankerous and dangerous. Only the Father do I put my trust. That's what happens when you get a bunch of church kids and throw them together. they live it right, but they know better.
Ay.
They know better, oh. Cantankerous. Stacy must pick that up. Stacy, she love words. You notice that?
Yep.
Stacy love
Yep.
words.
Especially the Jamaican ones.
I know, right?
Yes.
So listen, it's that time. Make sure you share the broadcast. Share the broadcast. It's 9:00 on a Wednesday, and it's that time on a Wednesday. At this time, we have that segment. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I want you to fix me, Lord. Hey, oh, Lord, fix me.
Tune in every Wednesday morning at 9:00 for Ask the Pastor. Yes, where we take your question, your letter, and give you life-changing answers.
Amen.
Ask the pastor
Ask-
every Wednesday morning at 9
A.M.
Yeah, and it's that time. That time is 9 a.m. 2 minutes, in fact, after 9 o'clock, right here on Eastern Standard Time, here in sunny South Florida. In beautiful sunny South Florida, that is. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and jump into this next segment, Pastor Henry. And we have a letter here this morning from a lady. We'll take another one from a lady. All right. And it says, I divorced my husband of 12 years. So we know who filed for the divorce, right?
Yes.
She filed for the divorce. Is that how it usually go? Most
Well, it depends. I mean,
of the
sometimes-
time is the women file for the divorce.
Yes.
Why is that?
Because she get fed up. Things not changing.
Uh-huh.
So
So she filed for the divorce. Did she file for the
she want
divorce?
out.
Is that because she want out?
I guess.
Is that because, or is it because the man don't want to pay for the divorce?
Well, it doesn't matter if the man pay. It's his money anyway.
Is that right?
She's
She
filing for the divorce with his money. So
Is that what it
no
is?
matter.
Okay. The man don't want to pay. All right. That's what I was thinking, Annie. So the man don't want to pay for the divorce. Anyway, she filed for the divorce.
She filed because she's using his money.
Okay. If she still have access to it, that is. So, 12 years, and then she divorced the man. In fact, she said that we were together for 16 years. My God.
Yes.
16 years is a long time.
True.
Huh?
That's a long time.
And if you're married for 12 years, I mean, seriously?
4 years before.
So you dated for 4 years, so you had a lot of time to figure out if you had a good man on your hand.
Right.
And you married after 4 years.
Yes.
First of all, that's a long time to wait to be married.
Why?
4 years. Huh?
That's not a long time.
You wait 4 years to be married, that's not a long time?
No, it's not.
Okay. I know you say you want 6. But, okay. Trust me. The only reason why you got married is because you wanted to get married. If a man is with a woman for 4 years, he ain't want to marry her.
You're kidding.
I kid you not.
Well,
If a man is with a woman,
I know people that been together for 8 years before they get married.
not because the man want to get married,
Are you? Yes.
because the woman want to get married.
No, because the man want to get married.
That is an anomaly.
Yes.
I'm seriously.
Yes.
If a man
And
is
I know,
if a man is with a woman for 4 years
and
he
know.
getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes. And I know.
Uh-huh.
Right now, I know somebody. They are going with the man for 22 years and doesn't marry the man. And the man want to get married. And every day the man want to get married.
Yeah, because
So what you have to say?
because he ain't a good man. He ain't a good man, and she knows.
How you gonna say he's not a
No,
good man?
she know a woman.
How do
If a woman has a good man and she know and she's confident that she has a good man, she'll marry him. The only reason she with this man is because he taking care of her.
Have nothing to do with that.
She maybe have a side man in there too.
Have nothing to do with that.
Let me tell you something.
Doesn't have a side
The chances,
man
okay,
or anything like
the
that.
chances of getting married, what maybe she saw her parents went through a lot of situations. Something scar her. But if a woman is with a brother for over 4 years, and like Sister Marcia said, he get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the dessert. The chances of him wanting to marry, if he getting everything, is slim to none. Unless Jesus touches his heart and he said, I want to morally fix my situation. But if you just with a man and he getting everything, why you think a brother going to get his cake? And I mean, you got the cow and the milk, and I don't have to buy it.
Yeah, but brother love it like that. Not only brother, but sisters. If you don't have to make any commitment, it's good for them.
Anyway, 4 years into a relationship, you had a lot of time to figure out if this is a good man.
Yes.
And if you want to marry him.
I agree.
Okay.
And maybe they're not thinking about it.
4 years into a relationship.
Some people don't want to get married.
Which ones?
The one that want to live a common law life. I mean.
But at the expense of going to hell?
They're not thinking about that.
Okay.
They're not thinking about that.
All right. You mean some ladies out there like shack up?
You have some ladies out there that don't want to get married. And you have men out there that don't want to get married.
Okay. Okay. I guess so. But if you're with a man, chances are you may want to get married.
Yes.
4 years.
If you want to live right.
If you want to be right.
Yes.
Okay. Right. There's a lot of benefits. Pastor, that's me. I dated 3 years before I married and divorced 15 years after.
Hey.
And I filed for it. This is the Bella. It wasn't you who wrote this. Sister Bella, were you right? Okay.
All right, Bella.
Okay, good. Okay, so Sister Bella says we have a similar story. Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so here's the lady. She filed, after 12 years, she filed for the divorce. Okay? All right? So now, we had a 4-year-old at the time we separated.
Mm-hmm.
So Jesus. So there's a child in the mix now. I like people to think about the children when they're planning to get divorced.
Well, most of the time, the children doesn't come up.
But the children need to come up.
Yes, they should, because
When you bring a child-
They're not thinking about the child is going to go through. They're just thinking about at the time themselves. You know, as long as I can make it and I can do this on my own, I'm good.
Yeah.
You understand? So at the time, they're not thinking about the children and what the children are going to go through. They are just thinking about what they want to do.
So let me ask you a question. You said something that was profound. Is it the fact? Is it the fact that most women who has financial independence, that the financial independence, as it relates to from a woman's perspective, is oftentimes detrimental to the?
No, it doesn't have anything. I don't think most of the time it doesn't have anything to do with financial independence.
But the generations before, when the woman was a stay-at-home mom and the father was a provider, they were able to persevere in relationships that, you know, had its ups and downs like every relationship, but they never thought about just getting up and getting out.
Right.
They thought about their family, thought about the well-being, because the man was the breadwinner.
Yes.
So is it that now that women can say, I can pay my own way and I can do my own thing, I don't need a man?
Right.
Is that
sometimes back then too, the woman that stays home, you know, and the husband was the breadwinner, they gone through a lot of abuse. They gone through a lot too that they don't talk about. And sometimes these kids grow up and saw these abuse. They saw, you know, what mommy went through. They saw what daddy did and all that stuff. And they carry it on with them. And here they are now. They are saying, I remember what mommy went through. I remember what daddy did. I remember what daddy went through, how mommy treated daddy and stuff like that. And so they are at this place where they said, I don't need to go through that.
Right.
And I don't have to go through that. I don't have to sit home, and I don't have to have him to do all the work and then treat me like nothing. I can go out and make my own myself.
Right.
And that's how it is. It's not about that they are financially
and
stable,
sometimes
but
when we
they can go out and do it themselves.
But sometimes when we say think about the children, sometimes thinking about the children is part of the reason why somebody may need to leave a relationship.
Right.
right? So,
Yes.
but they ought to think about the children. So Laura asks a question: what does it mean to live right? And I think so. So let me clarify that.
Yes.
Okay. So in the context of a union,
Right.
Laura, in a family relation, the Bible says that God has outlined that a man and a woman should be married to each other for
Yes.
sexual union. So
Yes.
when I talk about living right, I'm talking about the intimacy part of it. That
Right.
sex outside of marriage
Is
is
sin.
sin. It's
Yes.
outside of what God desires. So to live right in the eyes of God in terms of having sexual union between a man and his woman, she ought to be married to him. So just to clarify that for you.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
All right.
at that before we were talking about shacking up. So
Right.
what they would be doing is just shacking up.
Right.
You know, living ungodly life.
Right. So that's what I mean by, live right. If you want to live righteously, right? I mean, I'm living
Right living.
I'm living the way God
God
wants
wants it.
designed it to be.
Yes.
All right. So just want to clarify that. She might have misunderstood. All right. So cheating back in Sister Marcia said cheating sometimes back in the day happens in other cities. Okay. Yeah, the men would go out to other towns.
Yes.
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 Word of mouth never spread as fast as it is now because
Right.
there was no telephone and no camera.
And sometimes men used to leave their wife, they go on farm work and they build another family.
Yes.
And they come back
Right.
to the family home.
Right.
You understand? So now they have to be sharing. And the wife don't want to, that is why sometimes when we talk about right living, the way how God designed it, it's not the way how we pass it on. That's not the way how we do it. And so the kids are living this because when the husband go and do certain things or when the wife go and do certain things, then the kids are living what they do.
So they live what they learn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's why you got to subscribe to Fix It Pastor, because we're going to have Fix It Doc on our YouTube. We're going to have some other podcasting that we're going to do on that we're not going to be able to, we can't go in as deep as we do on the radio here, but we want to do those on those live casts. That's going to be on our Fix It Doc YouTube channel only. All right. So she said that she filed for divorce. That she has a 4-year-old. They separated. Now, listen to this. She said to avoid possible loss of the 401k or to pay him alimony, I didn't ask him for any child support. Okay? So now we know who's making the money in the house. So she was the one making the money. Mm-hmm. So in order to
not that he's not making any money.
She was the main one making the most of the cheese.
But she was making most of the money.
She had the 401k.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she didn't want to split up her 401k.
She didn't want to split up her 401k.
Okay.
And she didn't want to pay him any alimony.
Yes.
Now,
well, there's a penalty.
let me ask you a question.
There's a penalty to split up the 401k.
Is that fair, though? Is that fair that she didn't want to pay him after he gave her 16 years of his life?
No, you don't have to pay. Well, listen.
Let me ask a question. Let me finish your question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I know what you say on one side.
Mm-hmm.
But is it fair for the woman to leave the man, okay, and not wanting, after 16 years, to pay him some alimony?
Well,
you see how long you take to answer that question.
No, because,
if I had said if it's fair for a man to leave a woman after 16 years and don't pay her alimony, you say yes right away.
This is the problem.
What's the problem?
This is the problem. She have a child. And she's saying the reason why I'm not going to pay him alimony support is because he have a child. I'm not going to put him on child support. Do you know how much she's taking
no.
away
The
from him.
reason why she didn't bring up the child support conversation because she was concerned about listen.
She's concerned about splitting
How much
up the
she was
401k.
concerned about how much of her 401k
yes, but the
he was going to get,
but
and how much of the alimony she going to have to pay because she's the one making the
she
cheese.
already calculate how much it's going to cost her.
That's it
But
right there. That's what a sister does.
Yes,
she does the math.
Yes, I'm just saying though, instead of going through court and this for him to pay child support or whatever, I really and truly, for a woman to put, a man on child support, I beg to differ, because for me, I don't think I should force somebody to take care of their own child. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it's gonna come back on him in the long run. Okay,
Yes.
it's gonna come back on him, and he's gonna pay one way or the other. He's going to pay.
Yes,
you understand. So you don't have to force somebody to take care of their own child. Just give the child time. If you can take care of the child yourself, you take care of that child, because give the child time. You're gonna see the outcome of that decision that he made.
I differ with you here. Okay, so I'm gonna differ with you on that. I believe, me personally, I believe that when God made you a parent, as a woman, as a mother, He gave you the responsibility, as with a man, to see to this child.
Right.
It is in the interest of the child that child gets a fair support from the dad or from the mom to make sure that their well-being is taken care of. And for a mother to be in the position where she can institute and make sure that that man does what he needs to do for his child economically, and to turn and walk away because she just to think he should have just done it on his own. If he's not going to do it on his own, there's a system in place to make him do it. And it's, as a mother, it is your responsibility to make sure that he does his part. The child can't do it. The child can't take their father to court for alimony, for child support. It's the mother's responsibility. And when a child have to go to school and they can't wear a nice pair of shoes because mommy alone is struggling, when they got to go on the school trip and mommy can't afford to go because she alone struggling. When you can't get a good bed because you got to make sure that he does his part.
Yes.
If he's not doing it,
that's the
woman
problem.
should
That's the problem.
make sure he does it.
That's the problem. That's the problem, Pastor Steven. Because there are so many times that women divorce their husband because of child support. Hey, he gotta pay. Women put men most of the time on child support because they want to get back to the person, not because the child need help. It's because they want to get back to that person. You understand? And in
They want to avenge the person.
Revenge.
Well, that's
because
different.
of revenge.
The motive
but
is...
what I'm saying, if a man go and get a woman pregnant, that's a responsibility. Yes, it is. But if you guys are married and it is the woman that have to force you to take care of your child, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, but you're not.
I
You're
have
separated.
a problem.
You're separated. This is a situation where you're separated.
Separated, but you're not separated from your child.
I get
you're
it.
Separated from the woman.
I get
not
it.
The child.
I get
and
it.
It's still your responsibility. You still have a responsibility to take care of
You
your
do.
child.
And if you don't,
you should not be going into court and bringing that man into court to take care of his child, and it is your child. Come on, Pastor Steve.
But listen to what I'm saying. You're missing the point. It's not about his responsibility. His responsibility is clear. It is his child. But I'm saying, if he does not do it, if he does not stand up to his responsibility, the mother should ensure that he does his part, because the child cannot do it on their own. So you as a mother should use whatever means you have. If the man failed to do it on his own, okay, shout out to all the brothers who just step up and handle your business. But if the man don't do it on his own, the woman has a responsibility to the child to make sure that she collects the child's portion. This is a child's portion now. That's not for you. That's for the benefit of the child. But the child can't do it on their own. So the mother has a responsibility to make sure she collect on the behalf of the child the support that the child needs to make sure she have what he needs. That's that I think is the mother's responsibility. I don't care how she feels. If he's not doing it, and if he refuses to do it, then by all means, you have a responsibility to that child to make sure that you collect that money on the behalf of that child.
He's gonna pay for it one way or the other.
But I want him to pay now.
Yeah.
Because I don't want my child to not have the necessities that are needed.
Well, it's not that
and this is not about vindictive. This is not about anything.
It's not that your child not gonna have the
They're
necessities.
not going. There's a lot of kids who struggle because their dads don't support them.
I understand that.
And mommy's trying to do it on her own, and she can't do it on her own. She's struggling.
And even when they put them on child support, it still don't make sense. Because the man can go to the courthouse and says, "This is what I make." He's working. Wait, he's working. And if he's going to say to the court, "Oh, I only work $200 for
bring the tax return."
Yeah. And
bring the tax return.
And he can bring the tax return too.
Well, if you bring the tax return, whatever. If a man wants to if a man wants to do what he wants to do because he's trying to hide paying child support, I get it. He's still gonna have to pay something. Whatever. If a $200, you can pay out of it. What I'm saying to you is that, to me, a mother's responsibility to that child. I'm not talking about to the man. The mother's responsibility, when a woman insists that a man make contribution towards his child's well-being when the relationship is over, is the mother's responsibility to ensure that my child don't not have the necessary things that he needs or she needs to be properly developed because you're not in my house anymore. We have a child, you still need to do your part. Then you still need swimming lesson, like my sister say. You still need music lesson. You still need whatever lessons. You still need to go on school trips. You still need a lot of stuff. But I'm just saying. But the child can't do that on their own.
Why you have to force him?
Because he don't do it on his own.
Yes, but
that's why.
But that's what I'm saying. Why you have to force him to get those things done? You can get those things done, and sometimes the woman are lazy too. You understand? Even though they have the child, they're lazy because they don't want to go out and play their part, get the responsibility to be responsible for that child, to take care of that child too.
That's a lot of side bluff there, Pastor. I'm not talking about what the mother's. I'm talking about the father's responsibility.
I don't think a woman have to force a man or should force a man.
I think it's a responsibility to the child.
His child.
I think every mother out there who refuses to collect on the behalf of a child, okay, is robbing that child. You're complicit. And when that child don't have, because you refuse to do your part to collect from that deadbeat dad, you are complicit with that child suffering. If the father is doing his part and he's doing the best he can, by all means, ladies, come on. If the man is doing what he can, cut the brother a break. Some of you try to milk, what the man don't have. He still got to live. You know this.
Yeah.
But if he's doing his part, okay, let him do his part. But if he's not doing anything, you have a responsibility to your child, okay, to make sure that you collect on the behalf of the child, to make sure that the child has what they need. And that's what I think is the correct thing. If he don't do it on his own, there's a system. That's why they have the court system for that. So here's the situation. She didn't want to pay, though. She didn't want to split her 401k. Because she was the main breadwinner. Okay, now, I think Laura said something that was very important earlier. She was saying, in that a man is the breadwinner in the home, biblically speaking. The man is supposed to...
Should be.
Yes. But culturally, you have to understand where we are culturally, that we live in a society that does not embrace the role of man and woman the way that Scripture outlines it for us. You understand? There are things that women are doing now that they would not necessarily outline that way in scriptures. So culturally, that has changed. And culturally, a woman may find herself in a more in a better place. I know a man who stay home and take care of his children.
Right.
They have 3 kids. He stay home. He take them to school. He cook. He wash. He cook and clean. And she goes out and she work because she has a high paying profession.
Right.
Right. So you with 3 or 4 kids and all that stuff,
Yeah,
what
and
he
it's
would make.
best for them financially. You understand?
What he
Instead
would
of sending
make
out 3
didn't make
children.
sense.
Exactly.
It was easier for him to stay home and take care of the kids and do all the stuff at home, because what he would make would not, based on his level of education ability to make an income, did not offset that. So he stayed home and saw to the children, wash, cook, clean, pick up the kids at school, do all that stuff. That worked.
Right.
Okay. Now, if she divorced him, he's been sitting down and being Papa Mama, right, in the house for all these years, right? And she got the fat 401k, and she got all the stuff. She said, is she going to try to duck out of alimony? And she going to try to duck out of the 401k? I mean, that's not fair either, because if a man was doing that to a woman, we would say, no, that ain't right.
Right.
But there was a switch in the role. You decided on that switch.
Right.
Right? So, the fact that she was ducking out, was, for me, is an issue. But she traded off because she didn't want to bring up the alimony, because she didn't want to have to pay alimony. She didn't make child support an issue.
Right.
Okay, so I think somebody has alluded to that. So in her mind, it's a trade-off, right?
Right.
If I don't take child support from him, I'm not paying him alimony anyway. So I'll just say the money I would have to pay him in alimony, I would put it towards what would normally be his child support. All right. Then she said, he has since the divorce gotten a job. No, there's a sentence here. She said, I didn't ask him for child support. I knew he wasn't able to afford it at the time. Okay, so big up. This one say she understand that she couldn't ask for something that she know the man didn't have.
Right.
And that's important. You don't want to ask a brother to do what you know he can't do. I know of men right now, I know men personally, they don't have a driver's license. I mean, they can't find good jobs. They have all kind of problems they have. Why? Because they're women who took them to court, want child support that they know that these guys can't pay. They don't have it. And so when they don't pay, guess what? They take away their license.
Yes.
They can't drive. You can't drive. You can't get a job. I mean, look, it's your life changed in a country like America.
Right.
When your license gone and you're having all kind of problems with child support payment, that woman put you in child support and they know you couldn't pay it. So I have a problem. Okay? I have a problem. All right, with that. So here's what she said. So she didn't put him on child support because she knew at the time that she was the one making the bread. Right? And he didn't have it. And then she knew she would have had to pay him for alimony. So she said, you know what? We're going to make this a wash.
Okay.
Okay? Because I know he don't have it. So I'm not going to force him to come up with something that I know he don't have. Because I'm not trying to destroy him. That's not what I'm trying to do. Right? So she didn't collect any money. And she didn't give him any either. So she sent him out there on his own. Remember, she filed for the divorce.
Right.
Now she said, since then, the brother has turned his life around. Things have turned for him. And he has gotten himself a good job. But now she has a problem. Because now he has a good job, but he doesn't offer any financial support for his daughter. And by the way, she's 9 years old now. Right? So 5 years, maybe he had to go back to school, whatever he did, but brother got it together. So shout out to the brother for getting his life together. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes some guys after a divorce, when you've been with somebody for 16 years and you get dumped, you take it hard.
You go in a slump.
You take it hard. Remember, she divorced him. Because there's a lot of women too. The man is good enough for you when you're at a certain level.
Right.
But then you go to school, you get an education, and now you got a high-paying job and you're rolling differently, and all of a sudden he's not good enough for you anymore. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't say he was a bad man.
Right.
She didn't say he was abusive. She just left him. And she probably left him because she figuring, hey, he ain't bringing much to the table.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But it took her all of 16 years to figure. So I'm figuring how has life changed for her in 16 years, where she becomes the one with the 401k and the alimony. What did the situation look like when they started?
Right.
See, there's a lot of men who go out there and do everything that they could do to make sure that the woman gets set right. You know, they go out there and they work rooftops and they do gardening work and they do all kind of stuff. And sister come and go to nursing school. You understand what I'm saying? Now she graduated from nursing and she's gone to practical nursing, and then she gone medicine, she gone all kind of stuff, and he's still doing the gardening. And all of a sudden he ain't good enough for her no more. So 16 years is a long time to give to a sister and then get dumped. But anyway, shout out to the brother. He picked himself up. He took him 5 years, but now he's got a good job. Take him to court and collect all that. No, we got to go back and talk about the alimony. All right, so here we go. So he's got himself together. He now has a good job, but he has not offered any support. Okay? Now, she said, my new fiance has no respect for him. Oh, you married her. She got a new uptown boyfriend now, you know. I have a feeling that she elevated herself over them time. And so now she has a man up in her league. You understand? She done dropped the brother. He wasn't in her league. So he has no respect for the man. Bro, you have to respect the brother. You're a father to my child, and my child is living with you. I need you to respect. I'm just saying. You better have some respect. Things will go south. All right? So now, he is upset. The new boyfriend is upset. The new fiance is upset. She got a new man. Mm-hmm. She divorced him. She got a new man. 5 years later, brother got his life together. Okay? Now, before it was okay because she let him off the hook because she got left off. She didn't let him off the hook, really. She let herself off the hook because she would have had to pay the alimony.
Right.
And she would have had to pay the split the 401k. So really, he let her off the hook. Because he could have insisted. Because he knows she has a 401k. He know he could have gone for alimony after 16 years. He know who was bringing home the cheese. And he let her off the hook. So she didn't let him off the hook. He let her off the hook. Because he didn't pursue it. Yeah. Seemed like, what's this? It seemed like since they switched places, she should take care of him since he helped her out. Yeah. He let her off the hook. So now he's trying to know. Remember, this is a guy who didn't have anything. Right. So 5 years, he's going to have to go pick up himself. After 16 years of marriage, right? 5 years of La La Land. This is 20-something years of this guy's life has been in La La Land. Now he's got to go pick up himself. And as soon as he start making $1, you want to collect it. And he done let you have the 401k and all the interest that you grow on that and all the alimony, all that stuff. Come on. All right, so there may be a point to this, brother. I'm just saying. All right? Maybe you should give him some time to build up himself. So he is not putting any money. She know he's got a good job now. Mm-hmm. He's not putting any money. So here comes the other man. He jumping in it.
Right.
Like, dude, before you got here, there's a backstory that you need to understand. So I don't know how you coming into a relationship and just come jumping down, but you don't respect the man. He ain't got nothing to do with you.
Well, you don't respect him because he have his money. And he give it up freely. What you expect? He gave his money up for somebody else, so what you expect? You expect the man to go and laugh and play around with him? No.
This is the new man.
The new man think he's stupid, because now he's with the ex-wife and he have the money. So right now.
Yeah, but there's a new man that is saying he don't respect the old guy.
Exactly, because he have the whole guy money.
Well, I don't think that's why he don't respect him. But let's dig a little bit and see.
It's what the woman says that he don't respect the guy. So first of all, the fiance is talking about the ex-husband.
She's complaining, obviously, to the man.
Complaining about, hey, now that he's on his feet, he should be taking care of.
And
his
she's probably complaining
child.
to the
And he's
husband, to the new man.
complaining to the new man.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on right now.
Yeah.
But she forgot what she had before, and she forgot what she said before, that she's not going to do certain things and allow him to walk because she don't want to give him the money out of the 401k. Now, I hope this brother is smart enough to at least let she write something and sign it, that this is the reason why I don't want you to pay any child support. It's because of so and so and so. And I guarantee you that he did not.
I
do
guarantee
that.
you he
so
did
here
not.
we go. We go into court and he's gonna have to pay all the money that he never paid before for this for the baby.
It's not gonna happen. Don't do that. If she tried to do that, it's gonna end up in the newspaper.
It's gonna happen. The
It's
reason
gonna happen.
is
If
because
she tried to
it's
do
his
that,
word
that's
his
Channel
word
7 News.
against her. So it can happen.
No, it's
It
not
can
his word
happen.
against her. He doesn't have any record because he hasn't
He don't
given
have
anything.
no record.
Yeah.
He don't have no record. She can go to court and says, listen, judge, since I divorced this man, the reason why I didn't file for child support is because he said he's going to take care of the child when he get back on his feet. And I trusted him. Now that he's on his feet, he don't want to do anything. You know what that judge is going to do? How long did you get divorced? Bam. How long did not pay any child support at all? So he's going to have to pay child support from that day that he didn't pay child support up until today.
Yeah, she doesn't. She do something.
So she can do
if
that.
she do wickedness like that, she might as well ask for a restraining order.
Pastor Stephen, the heart of man are desperately wicked from
If
their
she
youth.
do that wickedness,
Now, yes, she can.
if she do that wickedness, it'll be the last day she have peace.
But she can.
She'll have to watch her back every day after that.
The brother is a good brother. He's not thinking about that. And he's not thinking about revenge either. All he's thinking about is his child.
If
That's
she try
what
to
he's
do that,
thinking about.
she is in problem. I'm telling you. See, ladies got to think about the stuff that they do to men. You see? Because a lot of men are not as emotionally strong as they look like. They're physically strong, but a lot of them not emotionally strong. And they don't talk, so they don't have outlets. And that's why they act out and do these crazy things.
So this is 5.
Don't do a man crazy and
this
expect
is
him not to
5
get
years
crazy.
after Sister Marcia. 5 years after. All money don't come up in this situation, okay? All money don't come up. He's stupid because he should have filed all money because she would, as long as he's not married, she would have to pay him all money support.
Still paying him.
Still be paying him. Okay, so even if she go back and she says, "Hey, he's not paying no child support," he's getting his alimony support. So even if things is going on good for the brother, she can't do nothing about it. She have to be still paying child support as long as he's not married.
She should
So
be
he was stupid.
No, he was kind. He was kind. He was not vindictive like some women get.
Well, she was, because she already planned out her future, what she want to do. And it seems like the reason why she divorced this man is because she already had planned for the other one. You know, you got to be careful.
She found an upgraded version.
Yes, you understand?
She
So this
upgraded a
brother,
man.
the reason why I did not ask for any child support is because I know that he could not afford it. Come on.
Okay.
So why, if he couldn't afford it, he didn't have anything. So why you couldn't say, okay, the child the 401k, let's split the 401k. I didn't hear she said she sell the house, and she split the money for the house, or she go into the bank and she split the money for anything. The only thing that I heard her says, the reason why I don't put him on child support.
It's because I took all the cheese and I knew he didn't have a thing.
So she took every single thing. Now that is, so she didn't expect him to get on his feet. She expect him to stay down in the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So now that he's out of the gutter, she's saying
she's ready
he's
to
a
come get
dead
some
meat.
cheese.
All of a sudden, he's
why
a dead
women
meat.
always going
Come
for
on.
that cheese? I mean, when it's time to keep the cheese, she keep the cheese, and then when it's time to go get some more cheese, she gonna go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, she kept all the money She saved all the money. She worked her way to get all the money. Now the brother just finally get himself a little job.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go after the cheese.
Of course.
All right.
And now you have the man talking about him, you know, and mad with him.
Yeah.
You understand? Because he's not going through what that man is going through. He
All right.
get everything from you.
Now-
Don't think the man that you have right now is going to do it the same way how the other one do it. You got to be careful what you do.
See the man so that he will reap. Now she said, I let it go to keep the peace, right? So we can at least co-parent my 9-year-old daughter, right? All right, so let me just make sure I read that correct. So she said, I let it go so that we can co-parent my now 9-year-old daughter, and she won't have to see what's going on. So she said, I'm trying to not fight because for my daughter's sake, as I don't want my daughters to see us fighting. But then she said, this has become a problem on holidays because we always celebrate her, that's my daughter, together. Okay, so you see, this guy's not a bad man. This guy's not he is not financially there, but he's always there physically.
Right.
You know, he makes his presence available. So he at least show up. And it takes a lot of, listen, it takes a lot of man. Okay? And if you're from the island, you understand what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of man when your woman left you, right? To still stay there for your child's sake.
Of course.
And it take a lot of man to show up and sit down at a table with your woman, with your ex who left you, and her new man, to sit down there for your daughter's sake. It takes a lot of man.
Yes.
Now, ladies, you may not understand that, but I'm telling you, that takes a lot of man that says, I'm going to go show up to this dinner down by the restaurant because it's her birthday and it's my daughter, and I'm going to be there for her. And I know my wife is going to show up with her man, but I'm going to show up for my daughter's sake.
Of course, you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for your daughter.
That takes a lot of brother, though.
Yes. You know, some
trust me, every man out there know what I'm talking about.
It's either
that
way.
takes a
It's
lot of.
whether it's a man or a woman. Okay.
I don't know about the woman.
It's either way. I mean, you know, sometimes the woman may not have somebody and the man show up with, you know, is other half or anything like that. So it's either way. It's not a good feeling, but you do it for the child's sake, because at that time you are putting yourself aside. You are trying to be selfless. You know, most of the time we just think about ourselves and how we feel, and not about the child and what is it that we're supposed to be doing as a parent. You know, the responsibility that you have and the responsibility that you have to grow your child, you have to lay aside self. Self cannot be presented all the time. Yeah. You know, there's a time for everything. And so here we are with this man. The wife divorced him after 16 years of relationship, and she divorced him, and he have to be dealing with, you know, now she wants child support after they made an agreement of why she's not going to take child support, and he have to deal with all of that. So they're going through a lot of disagreement, and some men would have said, you know, I don't want to have nothing to do with her. You know, once they don't want to have nothing to do with the woman, then they cut off the child. Mm-hmm. This man is not like that. He show up every holiday for his child, and you really deserve an applaud, because not every man would do that.
Trust me.
Not every brother would do that.
Trust
I mean,
me.
Sometimes the brother wouldn't even show up at all. The
don't
brother wouldn't want to
name.
hear her name. He don't want to hear. They don't even call. Okay, yeah. He don't care. You understand? But here he is. He's trying to get this out of the way and make sure that he be the father that he's supposed to be.
Okay.
I think there's gonna be a problem if he don't set the man straight and the fiance and with his fiance straight. They have to know, hey, I'm the dad, okay? He have a problem with him because now that the woman is complaining and talking about he's deadbeat, he's not a deadbeat dad. They need to know what deadbeat dad look like. You understand?
Well, you have to know the story.
Yeah.
You know, you have to, sometimes you have to understand the thing. And I think the woman is probably not doing she's not doing justice in not making sure that this man understand, the backdrop of why, he's not paying the child support or why I'm not pushing it so much.
Right.
Because she knows she had the handle and gave him the blade.
Yes.
Now, here is the crux of the matter, okay? So, the issue is, my daughter loves when we do this. She loves when we get together for the holidays and her birthdays and stuff. She really enjoy that. However, this is her problem now, right? However, my fiance doesn't want to be a part of these special moments.
That's his problem.
Here's what he does. He doesn't want to be a part of it because he thinks that, first of all, he thinks my daughter wouldn't mind. And he says, the fiance says, okay, he don't want him to lose his cool. Okay? He don't want to show up at Christmas dinner and lose his cool on this dude, on the ex-husband. Or he don't want to show up at the birthday and lose his cool, right? Because he don't want the daughter to see him losing a cool on the dad. Because he has a problem with the dad. Dad don't have nothing to do with you, bro.
I mean, the father doesn't have a problem. The father is the one who should have a problem with him.
I know.
But the father don't have a problem with him.
You got my girl. You took my girl and my baby boy.
You need to quiet yourself. They said silent river run deep, so don't take it like that, my brother.
Look.
Just let sleeping dog lie. If the lion is sleeping, they said don't try to wake him because you just might lose. Might lose your head at that point.
He going to the gym. He feeling his muscles. That's what he does. He feeling his muscles.
Yeah,
dude.
what he need to do is to allow him to be father to his child. That's not your child.
You ain't gonna lose no cool, bro.
So
you ain't gonna lose no cool.
Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing. First of all, lady, if he don't want to go, and this is your daughter,
exactly,
and this is the father's.
That's
why don't you just go and take your daughter and meet up with her father? Why you have to drag the man along?
Yes.
Why you so want him to be there? What is your insecurity? Does he antagonize you when you get home? Does he antagonize you when you get home and go like, so you go, your ex-man go, Ray.
Or she don't want him to step out on her. Yeah. Unfair gameplay twice,
So you want to know where
keep a
you
tab
don't know
on
where
him,
he goes when you're gone.
But the thing is, I think the man need to do what he's supposed to do, and they should allow him to do what he's supposed to do, because first of all, they calling him a deadbeat, that he don't take care of his child. Now he want to be around his child, and they have a problem with him being around his child because you make a decision that you should have tried before, to know this man before you call him your fiance. This man have a problem with family relationship. This is a family. He already in the family. He can't come out of the family. This is your father, daughter. That's the daughter of your father. That's your daughter, father. Okay, that's the father for your daughter, and you need to allow him to be the father in your child life because he was there from the beginning and he will always be there. You understand? So whether your fiance like it or not, he better step back and allow him to be who he is.
Right. And now she said that's causing a problem because she wants him to come and he don't want to come because he's
not gonna come because
he don't
he's
feel
jealous.
like he don't feel like he should, because if he come he feel like he may step up on the brother, and so he just trying
the
to
brother do nothing to you. So when you step up on the brother can step up back to you. So be careful how you step up.
There you go.
Okay.
Be careful what you get. Be careful what you get. But this is the thing, when you hear these stories, and lady, if you're listening, and let me see where she's writing from. Did I see? She's in Georgia. If you if you're listening, just enjoy. Take your daughter to enjoy her parents.
Yes.
Your relationship is done. You divorced it. You gave up. You finished with it.
Hopefully your fiance know that.
You finished with it. Okay? You had 16 years of it, and you decided it wasn't for you. You left it. So we don't need to worry about that. Like, I don't understand how people get jealous of somebody. So when you leave something and walk away from it, and people still get jealous about it. Did you understand that I walked away from it because I didn't want it?
Exactly.
You know, I chose you over that. Okay? Right or wrong. What you sweating for? What's jealousy for? There's no jealousy here. I left that.
Right.
Okay? So I don't need to go back and fish after it. I left it. So there's a lot of unnecessary jealousy about exes. You understand what I'm saying? You left it. So that's one. The issue here, though, at hand is the bigger issue. Is the issue of situations that come up in life where the less than ideal happens. Okay? Ideally, they marry each other. They have a union with their family and their children. They raise their children. They see them off. They enjoy their grandchildren. Then they grow old together. Okay? And go to rest. That's the ideal world. Now, sometimes people make a lot of decisions that get them into relationships thoughtlessly, really without counsel. They marry without counseling. They marry based on just emotion. Some of them married just based on the pleasure they were having in the relationship at the time. They were young, immature, didn't know what they want, didn't know what to look for necessarily. Yeah. And so you make decisions in life that somewhere along the road you realize that it was an error. And here's the thing. It's an error that you can't fix. You can't fix it in context of the relationship. And you have to leave it. The relationship don't work. And it becomes even more unfortunate when there are children involved in the middle of that. Because now you're creating a multi-family situation, multi-dad, multi-mom, okay? Or you're just creating a situation where the child is not going to have the ideal situation for their upbringing. I know mothers try, but I tell you something. I hear mothers said, oh, you know, I'm mother and father. You are never going to be mother and father. You're going to be a mother that goes beyond, above and beyond, to extend yourself to fulfill some duties in your child life that would have normally been done by the father, but you'll never be father. There's some things that you'll never be able to do. I remember one time we were traveling and my son, we went into the bathroom, you know, and we got into the bathroom, you know, and my two sons are there, and I said, hey man, this is how you're gonna do it. You know, all three of us, this is how you're gonna whip it out. This is your stance, this is your position, okay? This is how you do the thing. And I'm there as a man with my boys. You understand? And I'm showing them how to do what they're doing. You understand? As male, in the capacity of their manhood. There's some things that you just can't. Okay? So ideally, a child should have a mother and a father. Ideally. Sometimes though, that don't work. And so you have to be mature enough to make good decisions concerning the child. there has to be a decision that is taken about the relationship, and then there has to be a decision that is taken concerning the children. You need to have proper agreements. Okay? Now, if you have to put it in writing, put it in writing. A lot of times when people have a conversation, they agree in principles. They don't put something in writing because, look, we together for 16 years, and babe, now we having a conversation concerning our daughter. I don't need to put this in writing. I just respect that you respect that.
Right.
But don't go change the rules halfway down the road. Okay? If there are some things that we agree on that we need to sit down and kind of revisit, I get that. But don't change the rules. But keep in mind that you ought to do the best you can do to make sure that your child, the person you brought into the world, had nothing to do with your mistakes, nothing to do with any of that. You make sure that you do your part, okay, to ensure that that child get the best opportunity to be a healthy child. And I'm not just talking about physically healthy. I'm talking about emotionally healthy. Okay? Because a child needs both parents. And so you want them to be balanced. And so you want to give them the support financially. And a lot of times we focus on the financial support. But even more important than financial support is time. The greatest gift that you can give to your children is your time. You understand? Just be there. They look forward to that. No matter how little it is, give them time. And when you come to give them time, give them 100% of your time. Don't come visit and then be on the phone with your other friends. And if you're going to give them time, spend quality time with your kids when you're spending time, especially if you're not at home with them Monday through Friday, and you see them on the weekend. If you see them every other weekend, plan, give them time. Don't give them a tablet and then keep on going about your business and say, oh, my daughter is with me or my son is with me, and you give them a TV and a tablet and set them down and you still go about your life. Give them time. Because the truth is, in very short order, they won't want your time. They're going to want the time from their friends and their family, and you won't have the memories. You won't have the bond. And so you're going to get to that stage in your life where you're going to need them to give you time. And you know what? They won't give you any time because they don't have that bond. So the most important thing really is that you do what is right for the child. Now, I know this guy got the blade. He didn't get alimony. She didn't split anything with him. She know he was down on his luck at the time. But hear what, brother. You things will turn around for you. Okay? Things will turn around for you. And you don't need even to be hung up on whatever arrangement that was. The fact is that if you're making some money now and you can do for your daughter, just do it. Just do it because it's your daughter and you love her and you want her to have what she wants to have or what she needs to have. Give it to her. It don't matter. This is not about the mama. It's not about that clown that she's hooked up with. This is about your daughter. So if you can't do it, just do it, irregardless of how much she got away with in the first place. Just do it. At the end of the day, just love your daughter. And I always say, love gives. Love gives. And when you love, you don't mind giving. When you love, you enjoy giving. For God so loved, he gave. Okay? So I don't think, sweetheart, if you're listening, you don't need to make an issue about this. I think if the guy don't want to go spend time, he don't have to come. Spend time enjoy your daughter. Let your daughter be there, and enjoy her father and her mother. She enjoy that. For now, believe me, very soon she won't. Another 5 years, 6 years, She want to go spend her birthday with her friends. Okay? She don't want mama and daddy. She want her friends. So enjoy the couple of years that you have together, and it's okay. You know, do it for her. And if you feel the way you feel, stop talking to your new man about your ex-man and put him down. Don't do that. Okay? If you want to have a conversation with him about the economy regarding your child, sit down with him. Okay? Obviously, you are on good talking terms. You take your daughter there. Listen, just say, look, you know, I've stood in the gap for you for a long time. And now that you can help, I'd love for you to chip in. You know, and here's how you can do it. Okay? Maybe you can put something towards her college fund. Maybe you can, whatever that is. Okay? But do it in a respectful way. Okay? And don't dog him behind his back, because he gave you a break. You owe this dude, because he could have gone in harder on you. Okay? But he didn't. All right? So this is it. You live, you love, you give. Okay? And you forgive. And life goes on. That's my final take, Pastor Henry. What you got?
Oh, Lord. For her, I just want to tell her that the seed that you sow, you shall surely reap it. So you make sure that you sow good seed.
Like a seed.
You know, and just remember, it's your daughter, father. And she's growing up. She's watching everything that you do. You are a role model. She lives with you. So she know every step that you take. She know the words that you speak, and make sure that when you talk about her dad, you talk good things about her dad. You know, even if you are upset with him, she don't have to know that you are upset with him. I think this man was a good man, and he's a good father.
He was just a good broke father.
Yes, and just the fact that he want to be around the child is it shows you the type of person that he is, because he could have said, I don't want to come around you and your fiance or whatever. He could be rebelling, just like how your fiance is rebelling that he don't want to be around him. It could be that way too, but he looked the other way, and he want to be with his daughter. And I think you guys should have good communication. Just because of your daughter, you should have a good communication skills with him, because it's going to pay off in the long run. Whatever she sees, that's what she's gonna go by. Perception is in the eyes of the beholder, and she is watching everything that you do. And so just be good to her dad and be nice.
And now that he has a good job, you may want to go back.
I don't think you want you back. Don't even try it.
On that note, we've come to the end of this segment, Ask the Pastor. Keep in mind, you can write to us anytime at seasonfmradio@gmail.com. seasonfmradio@gmail.com. Just put in the subject line, Ask the Pastor. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to read your letter. Amen. To see what we can learn from it all the time. We enjoy doing that. Look, come back next week. We have another letter for you.
Yes.
All right. And we will keep on keeping on. Don't forget, tonight is Life in the Word. Join me then at 7:30 for it's our Bible study time. And so join me then for Life in the Word
at 7:30.
And then what we got tomorrow is Church on Thursday after prayer.
Yes.
And then, of course, you'll be back on Friday.
On Friday, I'll be back.
She'll be back, y'all, for Friday, for Fun Friday. All right. Take care, everybody. God bless you, and thanks for tuning in. That's all the time we got.
Walk good.
Walk good, my friend.
We got more hits for you, so stay tuned.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous, as in Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The word of God is power, sharper than a sword. Speak the word.
Speak the word with Reverend Crescent Hessam. Tune in and be blessed at 7:30 on a Tuesday. Speak the word.
Speak the word.
To renew in your mind, to keep the devil alive in your feet.
Speak the word.
To leave the past behind and be who God called you to be.
Speak the word.